Brian Palavai Run Far here with Anton Krupicka before the 2012 Leadville 100. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing great. How are you, Brian?
All right. I think when a lot of people think of Leadville, they think of you. I mean,
for better or worse.
For better or worse.
Yeah.
2 great times in 06 and 07,
2 DNFs,
and two pretty spectacular DNFs.
Yeah, I guess they might have been spectacular. I was close to course record pace both times and had big leads both times, and then just stopped.
The wheels came off very quickly.
Very quickly, yeah.
So, we talked before Speed Go. You've been hurt for a long time. You did a lot of mountain hiking to get you pretty much in the best fitness of your life.
I feel like that, yeah.
But in doing all that, you were just walking up a lot of mountains. And since then, you've been playing in the big mountains. Have you done any training for really running? Because this is a running course.
Sure. No. Let's see. The last, gosh, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember quite the timing. Maybe like the week before Speed Go, I started doing maybe some more flatter runs in the evening.
Okay.
Just like here and there, a few times a week. No big deal.
Yeah.
I remember there's a couple of runs recently where I've been like, wow, this is the first time I've gone for a run where I didn't have any intention of like tagging a peak or like, I've just gone for a run to go for a run for like an hour,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it though. I've done enough runs where it's, there's been flat running during the runs.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. So you don't think that'll, affect your performance? Because like the last 45 miles is
super fast. Yeah.
it's all running.
It's all running. I mean, it's not. Powerline's not running. If you're in Powerline,
but the vast majority of the last 45.
Yeah. It's flat. But no, because I mean, the fact of the matter is, when you're running, like, it's really, you're lucky if you're going faster than 7:30 pace.
Exactly. Even going to the fish hatchery on the road there. If you're doing 7:30, you're having a good day.
You're having a really good day. I mean, I'll be really excited if I'm going that quickly there. I hope to be. But no, it's much more about strength and like mental, toughness,
the course,
and feeling and all that.
So are you excited about the new single track section they've added to bypass the road?
I think it's great. I mean, anytime you add single track, it's cool. I mean, I'm always about like historical continuity.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not even sure how much longer it is this year. It's going to be, I've heard like 1.6 in both directions.
Yeah, I've heard that, but that
seems quite long.
Seems quite long.
Yeah.
It's like a 2.5 mile stretch to begin with.
Yeah, and so, but I mean, if you're like zigzagging, so I don't know, somewhere between 2 and 3 miles longer than the course.
The fast course.
Yeah, the course has been since 2009.
I mean, what do you think? I think I've talked to you about this before, but was it about 30 to 40 minutes faster? No, how much faster?
Like 15 to 20 minutes faster, I think. When they changed the course in 2000, for the front runners, I think it was between 15 and 20 faster. So I think this will be at least make up for that and probably add another 10 minutes or so.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It makes it tough to get Matt's record.
The last 2 times you've been here, you've clearly had Matt's record as a target. Not even like, I mean, you were going out to try to break Matt's record.
I was going out to run fast for sure, and that's trying to break Matt's record was sort of in the back of the mind for sure. But this year, especially with the course change and the level of competition, it's I don't care if we get to Winfield in 8 hours. Usually it's more like 7:30 or something.
Yeah.
But I just want to really compete and not, I don't know, take any big risks pace-wise. Instead, just run for the win. Run for the win,
okay. Yeah. I mean, talk a little bit about the competition, because it is a lot, at the very front, it's a lot deeper than it has been in the past.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know every field since the beginning of the race, but I think it has to be up there with one of the deepest fields ever here. Obviously, I think Nick Clark is sort of the guy to be looking at the most, just because he does really well at hundreds, mountain hundreds, and he's from Colorado, so he's got the acclimation going on. Thomas Lorblanchet, he's a Solomon runner. He's been living here. He's been in the States in the Speed Go, so he's going to be acclimated. I'm sure he's prepared. And then Mike Aish is, first time he's going to be running 100 miles, 2:13 marathoner, 2-time Olympian for New Zealand. But, as endless amounts of people have been asking me over the last few days, it's just, I don't think your marathon PR matters at all when it comes to racing 100 miles.
He did run a pretty solid Silver Rush, though.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Like, someone just told me that maybe it was like 1.5 miles longer this year, and he was 4 or 5 minutes off of Duncan's time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any idea how strong Duncan's time was. So
Yeah.
I mean,
It'll be
I'm sure Ace will be. He has like a whole like TV show behind him or something. So it'd be pretty embarrassing for him to have a spectacular blow up. So I think he'll probably run smart.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good point. Weather's looking pretty good for this weekend.
Yeah, it's looking really good. If it stays like this, where it's just like 70 and no lightning and not too hot, it'd be awesome. Yeah.
I mean, with your strategy and probably Mike maybe running conservatively, do you think there could actually be a pack like? Some people run together at Winfield or later.
I think Mike Arnstein will probably take it out pretty quickly. He's also in the race.
Yeah.
And maybe Aish will follow him. I don't know. Who knows what'll happen? But I know what pace is comfortable for me on the course.
Totally.
And if people are kind of coalescing around that, then I will be running with people. But if they're not, I'm not going to be chasing silly early efforts. There'll be other guys I think that'll surprise. Like there's this local dude, Tim Wagner, he's been doing the lead man this year, and he's kind of fighting with Troy Howard and this other guy, Al Thresher, I think, for the lead in that. But Tim was sixth a few years back, and maybe that was just a couple years ago, and I think he's been running really well this summer, and I think he'll go start out conservative just because that's his nature, and I think he could definitely be top 5, sneak on the podium even if people are blowing up.
Yeah, you can't discount Zeke Tierney.
Oh, Zeke, totally. Yeah, I mean, I knew I was thinking of Zeke. He'll be the same way. He's finished podium every time he's run Leadville, I think, and I think he's probably the most fit he's ever been.
6th at Western States.
Yeah, sub
blazing fast time. Yeah.
Yeah, and really strong last 20 there, I think. He only finished 12, 13 minutes behind Clarkey there at Western. So Zeke will run really strong. So it could be a really fun group up front.
Yeah. I mean, you have long history with not just the race at Leadville, but the town and the area. Are you excited to get back to the 100-mile distance here in Leadville?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know this course better than any other 100-mile course I've been on, and obviously I've been kind of living up here all summer or in this general area. I think it's cool that earlier in the summer we were down at Hard Rock, and there's that kind of spectrum, or that end of the spectrum, where it's just like the start goes off in the morning and everyone just kind of walks out of town, and and people kind of clap their hands, and it's it's not a very big deal. But then here it's like there's gonna be 1,100 people in the start line. It's a corporate race. It's a huge lot of hoopla. It's cool to have both ends of the sport represented, I think. And I don't know. It's kind of exciting to have all that energy surrounding the event.
So there's a big mix of there's paved road, there's a lot of double track, and there's some moderate single track out there.
Yeah.
At most. It's pretty buffed out.
Yeah, it is. It's a fast course for the most part. The first 40 and the last 40 miles. I mean, the double crossing of Hope Pass is legit mountain running. But even there, the trail's not techie. But you get pretty high there, and the climb is steep, especially on the south side of Hope. And so that's probably where separation will occur. So,
what shoes are you going to be rocking, given the sort of mixed terrain? Still up in the air?
I'm totally up in the air. It's probably going to be, one of 3 pairs. The new Road Flat from New Balance, the 1600.
Yeah.
It's like 5 ounces, super light. And there's quite a bit of rubber actually on the outsole, so it might work. Maybe old trusty pair of 790s that I've stuck back in the truck somewhere. I've run those last couple of days. I'm really excited about them. Or a pair of 101s.
Yeah.
It's just this course is there's a lot of roads. You want a little more cush under your foot. Something like the 110 is it's a pretty hard shoe. It's not as technical of a mountain course like the 110 is suited for, I think. Something a little more soft and fast.
Well, best of luck out there, man.
Thanks,
Good to see you back out the 100-mile distance.
Yeah.